This is a really great question. I haven't actually seen some of this before. So what is LDN? Is it vegetarian? For some sensitive body types wishing to try it, is it, I'm trying to find a doctor with the type of caution and experience you have described. Well, it's not animal derived and it's not vegetable derived. Technically, it's synthetic. It was originally developed back in the early 60s. I think it was FDA approved in 64, if I remember right. Naltrexone was developed to prove how morphine worked. They needed to be able to, and this again is all through the FDA, but they had this molecule morphine, right? And we knew it worked really well for pain, but we needed to be able to summarize exactly its mechanism of action. And so a lot of times what the pharmaceutical industry would do is find the opposite, or find something that a molecule that was opposite that you could then turn it off. And that's what they realized with naltrexone, is that it's like an anti-morphine. It actually turns it off. So with that, it is synthetic. For the sensitive body types, I believe anybody with an autoimmune issue or chemical sensitivity, most of us are incredibly sensitive to many things at this point, just because of the environment that we live in. And that's why we start so low and slowly increase the dose so that we can find that person's happy dose. I was talking with someone just a little bit ago before we started this session, and she can't get above 1 milligram. She gets a headache. So it's like, well, then don't go above 1 milligram. But her other symptoms that she's trying to control, her inflammation and pain, that's fine. That's working out very well. And again, it's an educational process, not just with the patient, but again, with the prescriber as well, because a lot of times the prescribers think 1.5, 3, 4.5, oh, but we're done. Or they just jump right in at 3 or right in at 4.5 milligram and think, well, I just don't have time to mess around with this, and helping patients kind of hold their hand through the process. Well, that's where the pharmacists really come in. And that's where tapping our expertise, allowing us to help you through that process. Most of us, especially those of us who have gone through the LDN master classes to become certified, I mean, we don't do this because of the paycheck that comes at the end of the day. This is what we do to educate people on a regular basis. And these questions are not only really helpful for you right now, but this is actually going to be addressed with a question that maybe somebody hasn't actually verbalized yet. So I really thank you for this question. It's really helpful. And I just, the whole educational process, that's why Linda set up the trust to begin with. If you need to find a prescriber, again, you can go out to the LDN Research Trust. There's a long list of individuals there, and also a little bit about what they do, so that you can call them and maybe visit them, try them on for size, right? Because not every personality meshes, so you've got to find the right fit. Sometimes you can even work through your compounding pharmacy. So if you're in the UK, get a hold of Stephen. If you're in the US, get a hold of either Sam or I. And a lot of times your compounding pharmacists are the opening of the door to the type of prescriber that you're looking for, because not all prescribers are really well versed in every issue, every healthcare issue. So sometimes that's where you could find a really good fit for you a little bit quicker.